All right, so what do we got today? What is the easiest way to get laid? Well, the easiest way to get laid we're not going to discuss on this channel because it involves paying for it. But the easiest way to get laid with a girl who actually enjoys your company and where there's an actual possibility of a relationship and it going somewhere, etc., that we will discuss. My first impression, or the first thing that comes to mind to say, is online. Right? Online is kind of the easiest way to get laid in some ways, but when I actually think about it, the real answer is it depends. The real answer is it depends because it depends what you particularly are good at. Okay, so I say online because I am a guy who's pretty good at writing, and who once you do create a profile, once you get over a certain threshold of quality of an online dating profile, it kind of is passive income because the profile continues to feed you girls on an ongoing basis without you having to do anything new, right? So there's that work up front that's difficult. But if you can do that work up front, the cascade of women afterwards is pretty effortless, right? So in the sense of just getting volume, if you're at a high enough level with your writing and conveying yourself and those kind of things, and you can get good photos, that online is very good for just getting an abundance of sex, right? But it depends. Some guys are not good writers. And a lot of guys, most guys who go online get no results ever. Most guys match with like nobody or match with some like, really obese, like very unattractive women with bad personalities, and that's not very appealing. So, that's not necessarily the case for everybody, and different people have different strengths, right? Let's say that you are pretty good at being social and pretty good at having friends and just going out and having a good time. For you, going out with your friends and social circle might be the easier way to get laid, right? For me, in year 2000, when I started learning game, doing cold approach was the easiest way for me to get laid, because online dating didn't really exist at the time much, and it was very like sketchy, right? There was this like huge stigma about like, if you meet someone online, you're probably gonna get murdered and thrown in a ditch back then. And then for me, I'm an introverted guy, so social circle and building a lot of friends and like social connections in order to leverage that into going somewhere was very hard. And also, there wasn't a lot of freedom to take risks, right? In a social circle, you can't take a lot of social risks. You can't escalate a lot or try a lot of things because you'll ruin the social circle. Whereas for me, in learning and not knowing what I was doing, cold approach was actually the easiest way, because it allowed me to make a lot of mistakes but still go out the next day and have those mistakes erased, have those mistakes completely like clean slate, right? And so the answer again is it depends. And you could say, is day game easier, is night game easier? That depends. It depends what you're good at. If you're really good at conversation and getting to know someone and building a connection, not very good at dealing with distractions and friends and those kind of things, day game might be easier, especially also if you're willing, at least as you're learning, to deal with follow-up from phone number to date to taking a girl home from there, then day game might be easier. On the other hand, if you're really good at getting physical and you're good at like sexual vibe, but you're not so good at talking, and you don't mind a little chaos, then night game might be easier. So the real answer is to look at economics, right? It would be economically, it wouldn't make sense economically for any one platform to be that much easier than another, right? So for example, if online dating was so easy to get high quality girls on a regular basis compared to everything else, well, everyone would go to online, which would then make it more competitive and it would no longer be easy. If day game was way too easy compared to everything else, well, if people are being smart, more guys will start doing day game, it will become more common, and the threshold for being an attractive guy and standing out in day game will increase, and then therefore day game will be harder, right? So just using like the efficient market hypothesis, which isn't actually entirely accurate, but it's a roughly good model in economics, can use the efficient dating market hypothesis, so to speak. Wherever you're meeting girls, it's a competitive environment. Wherever you're meeting girls, you're competing with other guys, and so you need to have an advantage in that arena, right? So the key question to how is the easiest way to get laid, it depends on you. It depends what you specifically are best at. So ask yourself, what platform are you best suited to? And that is the platform that you should be considering for the ease of having results. One sort of side tangent on this, I do recommend trying all the different platforms, even if you hypothesize that one will be easier for you. I also recommend trying all the different platforms because you will learn things from one that will help you in another. For example, doing an online dating profile, even if you're doing live dating, will help you with your openers. Like the things you can say in openers in online dating can be used in opening live. The things you do to convey your personality in online can be used in getting to know a girl live. So it is useful to dabble in all of them and to have some experience with all of them. But in terms of what is the easiest in an efficient market, the easiest is going to be what you are uniquely suited to, what makes the most sense to you, what suits your temperament, what suits your skill set, and what suits the particular area and geography and social infrastructure of the city and location that you're in. So it's going to depend. I recommend trying everything, and they all really have their pros and their cons.